Hello, grade 11, and welcome to a new reading comprehension lesson. We're starting a new theme, technology and scientific innovation. We know that the word innovation means any new invention, any creative invention. Lesson is called Robots Are Invading America's Operating Rooms. Let's answer the following discussion questions first. Define the word technology. Of course, the word technology, we all know what it is, but it's very important to define, to be able to write a definition for a certain term. It helps you a lot in writing. Technology is the use of science and scientific knowledge to improve and facilitate human lives. To name some landmark or major types of technological advances in recent times. Of course, in recent times, a lot of new innovations took place in Internet of Things. We feel that everything has become connected in one way or another to the Internet. The development of the new COVID vaccine, that's landmark meaning it's like a stepping stone. The different types of smartwatches and innovations in smartphones, etc. How have advancements in the medical field helped save human lives? Of course, we can speak of advancements like the new COVID vaccine, which should supposedly save millions of human lives. Innovations in medical imaging in order to diagnose a disease better, in order to treat a disease better. Among many others, new types of medicine which have saved human lives. Number 4, where do we draw the line in medical technology? Where do we draw the line in that? Of course, there's a lot of controversy about whether cloning is ethical, whether genetic engineering, you choose the gender of the child, you choose the eye color, you choose whatever, you are able to maybe modify the genes of a human or on animals. Where do we draw the line on that? And we're going to discuss that further, of course. So those are the answers, my suggested answers. Please take a look at them when you study the PowerPoint. Robots are invading America's operating room. Read the following article about how the advanced technology of robotics is entering the field of medicine, namely operating rooms, then answer the questions that follow. Being highly regulated can slow down industries such as healthcare, though often for good reason. Nevertheless, medical technology is moving faster than ever before. It seems like each year it's possible to delay a surgery, the better and less invasive a procedure becomes. And many of the ways in which doctors and engineers are reducing recovery time don't involve opening a patient to begin with. So if you have a surgery that's not really urgent, like a knee surgery, your knee is hurt, if you can delay it for a few months or a year, make sure you delay it, because there are new improvements in technology and maybe the surgery you will do will be much more effective for you and less invasive. The cut will be smaller, they would use more intricate tools to operate on you. Miniaturizing devices such as scopes and cameras let doctors inside the human body do some incredible things. Devices such as the endoscope, it's a flexible tube with a light and camera attached, or laparoscope, another type of small camera that is used to see inside a body. You've probably heard of this many times. You have a certain intestinal or stomach ache. The doctor will use an endoscope, like a little tube with a camera, in order to look into your stomach or to your intestines to see what the issue is. If you have an ear ache, they are able to insert a miniature device with a camera and see what's wrong inside your ear. They're helping doctors get patients back on their feet faster. Using these small devices in tight spaces can be difficult. And since around 2000, robotics have been used to further surgical technologies. Smaller medical tools with robotics have been used in millions of procedures, both exploratory and surgical. For example, I was talking about the stomach ache. The doctor wants to explore why you're having this stomach ache. He would enter an endoscope and a laparoscope. And sometimes with the endoscope and laparoscope, the doctor is able to perform a surgery on you while the endoscope is in. Maybe he sees a little mass, a little polyp, and he will be able to excise it with tiny scissors and the endoscope and remove it. So the doctor will explore and can perform surgery, of course, with those tiny equipment. Going forward, this industry will continue to grow and more companies are entering it. It's big business. Perhaps the earliest example of advanced robotics making medical procedures, surgeries, less invasive, meaning the wounds are much smaller, you don't need to go into different tissues, is the Da Vinci surgical system, which has features to help steady the surgeon's hands and help make smaller, more precise moves inside the body. Patients have less recovery time, so you recover faster with smaller incisions. An incision is the cut that a surgeon makes to do an operation. In August 2015, the Emergency Medical Research Institute published a PDF on robotic surgery. The report said that while there are a growing number of procedures involving surgical robotics, look at the growth, from 2009 to 2014, there have also been 144 deaths related to them. They haven't said what the cause of those deaths were. The evidence isn't strong enough to determine whether or not a robot is better than traditional minimally invasive surgery, but the evidence does indicate that it's better compared to open surgery. Open surgery is the incision is bigger and it's more invasive. More evidence from higher quality studies may change this conclusion, said Chris Schabowski, PhD, a program manager at ECRI, in an article from Healthline. Robotic surgery is also much more expensive, so some are questioning if the additional costs are worth the benefit. Additionally, with the success of laparoscopic surgery, where they enter this tube with a camera, what are the benefits of robotic surgery compared to costs? So, one disadvantage is that it costs a lot. So, is it that much better than traditional surgery? Should we go for it? Is it that much better? Despite these lingering concerns or worries and questions, the Da Vinci system has made more money than expected. Perhaps Da Vinci's profits and the growth in robotic surgeries are what other companies are focusing on, as there are several other companies looking to enter the market. The ECRI's PDF from 2015 mentions 3 types of Da Vinci models and 4 other manufacturers that have received or are planning to receive different regulatory permissions. More recently, the Robot Report published 20 of the largest robotic investments during the first half of 2019. 4 of the companies presented are associated with robotic technology for the medical industry, with numbers 1 and 11 specifically focused on robotic surgery. With so much money and concern, as we said, it's obviously big business for some companies. Over medical surgery, it might take much more time and research to determine the right direction. Should we go for the traditional surgery or for the robotic surgery? With the population living longer and older population increasing, robotic surgery might be a way to alleviate, help, make better surgeons to help more patients. Surgical robots might also help automate some processes, making them automatic, or procedures to reduce the time a surgeon needs in the operating room or lighting the doctor's workload. So they would be very, very helpful to doctors, making their time in the surgery room much shorter. Okay, let's answer the following questions using complete sentences of your own. What is it Why is it an advantage to delay a non-urgent surgery according to the paragraph? When we looked at the paragraph, it said because each year it's possible that you will have a much less invasive surgery. So there will be more new innovations that will make your procedure much better and your recovery time much faster because of the new inventions. Name 2 modern surgical devices mentioned in paragraph 2 that help surgeons. Of course, we talked about the laparoscope, which I explained previously, a type of small camera that is used to see inside the body. And there's also the endoscope, flexible tube with a light camera also attached to it. Those are 2, and they're used for both exploratory, they explore, the doctor explores to diagnose what's wrong with the patient, and of course, he or she can perform a surgery. Name 3 advantages of robotic surgery by referring to paragraph 3. Let's talk about one disadvantage first of all. One disadvantage is the cost of money. Advantages would be first of all, the incision is smaller, less recovery time, less time in the operating room. Thus, it minimizes the risk of any health problems that might occur under surgery. Okay, so the rest of the exercises are going to be posted as a worksheet in the school app. They're exercises B, C, D, and E, which are also found on page 72 of your ebook. For any questions regarding this PowerPoint video, please write them down and ask me during Zoom Live. See you then. Bye-bye.